Let's give it up for our amazing host. I brought a notepad up because I'm a new dad. I have a newborn at home. Thank you. That was not for, maybe that's the only applause I'll get tonight because I don't remember anything. And I just put a few notes down just so I can remember the key things of my set tonight, okay? My name is Todd. My wife and I are both professional opera singers. Yes, thank you. I know opera is all the rage. I appreciate you so much. Two amazing artists in one household, and I know what you're thinking, and let me just answer the question for you. No, we do not sing to one another all the time, like first thing in the morning. No, we do not have opera fights, and no, we do not have operatic sex. But if we did, this might be the world. Imagine me launching into the bedroom first thing in the morning. Good morning! My wife would wake up. She's not one for bearing arms, but she would find a pistol and blow my balls clean off. Changing my operatic pronouns from tenor to soprano in one shot. And then the bickering, of course, that usually happens in the kitchen when you're like looking for shit. You'd be like, "Where's the kombucha? I drank it yesterday. Is there some for me? Where is my passport? I'm going to miss my performance. And then get fired and have no money. And then I'll have to call J.G. Wentworth. Hey. 877 cash now. Yeah. I get too excited. I didn't get that gig. Fucking it was non-union anyway. That's an LA joke, I guess. And then, of course, you want to hear about the operatic sex, I'm sure. Great, then I'll tell you. Of course, you hit the link. The special link, and OnlyFans would open up, and we'd be the only operatic live stream sex couple. You'd see my handle, Figaro Sex Daddy 69. Hey. And then you just see me doing my thing, be like, Figaro, 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 get into some operatic cosplay. Maybe grab my mask and cape. I have one. Throw it on and be like, the phantom of your clitoris is here. Inside my pants. Yeah, I don't know. So clearly I am an opera singer. I don't know what that means to you, but to me that means I've been singing music written 100 years ago by a bunch of dead white dudes in languages you don't give a shit about. Super woke. It didn't even like jump on the woke train. It didn't even go to the fucking station. I mean, the spokesperson for opera is like some old British white dude. It's like, hello there, welcome to opera. Misogyny, tokenism, blackface, oh welcome, come on in. Oh, pedophilia, you've been over there all along, haven't you? Yes. You want a cookie? Oh, you're eating communion wafers, I see. Oh, never mind, okay. Hello, Monsignor. That's where it all started, in the church. Too soon? I don't know. Aristocratic lives matter with opera, That's why I got into it, right? For the money. No! It was like 1833 Strasbourg. You're like, oh, guten Tag, jawohl, I write here for everyone. I'm a rich opera singer. Now this is 2026. It's San Diego. We're broke-ass blue-collar bitches, man. We take any gig we can. Half the money from the gigs we spend on like suits and ties and pocket squares and all that bullshit just so we can hang with like the elitist crowd that may or may not be listening to us anyway. The other half of the check I spent on the 405 smoking a joint waiting for my Del Taco in the drive-thru. have needs. We all have vices. All singers do. Mine happens to be weed. I'm a bit of a stony stone. But, I can't smoke like I used to. I'm a professional, but I can gummy myself stupid. Anybody do that? Anyone gummy themselves stupid? Yeah. Hear those Caminos going? I hear those Caminos? Yeah, I have 3, 4, 5, 7, 9. Don't judge me. One night I had 9. The next day, I didn't know my name. I knew where the Pop-Tarts are, I knew where the Funyuns were, but I didn't know my name, and I had a gig that day. I had to sing for one of these elitist crowds that may or may not know my name and may or may not want to listen to anything I have to sing anyway, but I couldn't remember anything, and I couldn't remember words or languages or any of that stuff, but I was supposed to sing this really, really famous Italian opera aria called Che gelida manina se la lasci riscala cerca di gioia. I'm sure you know it, just join along. I was supposed to sing this song and I couldn't fucking remember any of it, but I could make Italian sounds that kind of sounded like it. So the first line is Che gelida manina, which means, oh, what a cold little hand you have. And I sang Che vai gelida vagina, which means, stay on topic. La lubricazia d'amor cerca di volvaci il gloria del seno. They didn't know. A woman in front was like, oh my God, that young man's wonderful. Throw your panties on the stage. If it's a rock concert, I could say that. Opera's a different demographic. You might not know what you're going to get. You might get the walker from the 85-year-old mother. You might get, depends. You might get some dentures if you want an encore. I don't know. You could do duets. Phenomena. I don't know. So, bit of a weed head. But that was a fun gig, nonetheless. Speaking of fun gigs, this room, you know who'd like this room? Donald Trump. I played him in an opera, and he would walk in here and be like, I like the color. I like what you've done with the place. Okay, it looks really nice. I had to play him in an opera, and I can only imagine if he was involved in opera what that would be like at the now Kennedy Center, back to Kennedy Center. I think we applied for that. I would see him at the podium and be like, we're gonna make opera great again, okay? We're gonna say Moga, okay? Moga? It was his birthday recently. I hate that I know that. You wouldn't even have a normal birthday song, right? It wouldn't be some nice, jolly, lovely birthday song in a major key. It would have to be something more menacing, like maybe in minor. Maybe like the Imperial March. It'd be like, it's my birthday, everybody sing, happy birthday to me, yes to me, okay. Happy birthday to me, yes to me, okay. That would be definitely the one. I was born and raised Mormon. Any Mormons out there? Any former Mormons? Any Formans out there? Didn't think so. If you're there, it's okay. Enjoy your Sprite and tater tots. I kind of have FOMO. I guess it's kind of like every other religion. I mean, baptizing the dead, and you get your own planet at the end of it. You'd have like 6 wives. That's like 1 wife for every day of the week. It's a fresh vagina every day of the week. On the 7th day we rest. Let me end with this joke tonight. If you want to have a really, really, really good, I haven't seen the light yet. I'm going to add one more. One thing about operas in general is they have kind of bad plots. They're kind of like semi-good B movies with a lot of high notes. When a composer doesn't know how to end an opera, a lot of times he just like, fuck it, write a high note. And like, bravo, it's amazing. One time there was an opera aria written about a woman throwing a baby in a fire, and I saw everyone yell encore. And I'm like, don't do it again. Jesus. I wish my life was like that. I wish most, my life could be solved by just like, mundane, all my mundane problems could be just solved with a high note. You imagine like, get pulled over on the 405. He's like, Mr. Strange, you know how fast you're going? Oh, go ahead. He'd go to IKEA and buy a dresser and take one look at the directions and be like, it's just not working. Hello? Viagra, you're good. If you want to have some real fun, invite your opera singer friend to karaoke night. But get him hammered on like a Wednesday night, like a 2-for-1 special, just so you can, don't spend a lot of money. Just get him good and hammered. One fun fact about opera singers, we all think we can sing pretty much any kind of music. And we can. We can. It just always sounds like it's in a fucking opera. Thanks for inviting me. Here's this 80s classic. Oh, I want to dance with somebody. I want to feel the heat with somebody. The night progresses and spices up a bit, gets a little bit more dramatic. Welcome to the Hotel California! Such a lovely place. Such a lovely place. By the end of the night, we're good and hammered. We think we can do hip hop and shit. There's some whores in this house. 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 Certified freak. 7 days a week. Wet ass pussy. Makes that pull-up game weak. My neck, my back, my pussy, and my crack. Break it down, break it down, break it down.